there. I always say hey everybody. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a 2016 art haul video. Some of the art supplies that I purchased and that I received as gifts for Christmas. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of drawing and sketching, and kind of got into watercolors, and for 2016 I said I was going to get back into it and start painting again. So I kind of just wanted to show some things that I've done in the past. These are really old. Some of these have water damage, but I still kept them around. This is from 1989. You can see, I don't know if you can see that, it was from a Calvin Klein ad from a magazine. And I just sketched it out one day. And another one from 1989. Again, it was probably just an ad from a magazine, and I just sketched it out. Pencil and probably a little pastel and some old stuff. Another one probably around the same time. Probably I was 13, 14 years old. I'm 43 now. This one I like. Real simple sketch here from 1992. Little baby. I believe I saw that in a magazine. It was a mother holding her child. And here's some watercolors that I did. This says back in '97. Or just some watercolor sketches when I was learning how to do watercolors. And I was probably, right around then was probably the last time that I ever did any painting with watercolors. And so I loved it. And so I want to get back into it. This was something that I copied out of a book, a watercolor book. It was a how-to book. I can't remember the name. I wish I could remember because it was a really great book. But this was one of the lessons they had, and it was like a little farmhouse, or out in the field. And I really like loose watercolors, and that's what I want to get back into, is just painting with a loose style. Here's another example. Kind of like a rock quarry here, and some trees in the background. That's in '97 there. There's another one that looks pretty busy. Little town with the bridge and the water. So it's probably a little too busy. So I want to simplify it a little more than that. I don't remember what watercolors I used back then. This one's, you can see, colors were real muddy. Used way too much paint. It's one thing I've learned with watercolor. You gotta use that water to your advantage. You don't necessarily have to get the colors exactly how it is on the scene. Just use your imagination. I really like the impressionist style these days. There's some sumi paintings that I did way back in the day. Did it with a Japanese style brush, bamboo brush. And I like these because it was just, you had to keep it very simple. Very simple, very quick. It's very thin paper. It's like a rice paper. And this was one that I did of my sister back in 1999. I think I did a charcoal drawing of the same thing, and then later I copied that charcoal drawing and did a watercolor painting. And not bad, but I think I used way too much paint here and there. But it was a good start. some sketches that I did back in '92. Little blue jay. Another sketch, buffalo. Another little watercolor painting of the boat and the birds. Real simple. Just another one of a lake view, the mountains and the trees in the background. Another portrait I did back in 1999. Went a little crazy there with the blue in the eyes. Looks more like tie-dye. It's more of the Sunni Japanese style of painting. Another one here. Way too much paint on this. That's kind of crazy. A little bit bigger paper here. Creek going back, you get the mountains. Like I said, I was just starting to learn during this stage, and so I want to pick it back up and go from there. And anyways, I got some new art supplies here, and I wanted to kind of do show you all what I got. This is I received this as a gift from my kids. Royal Langnickel. You can see that there. I believe they got it from Hobby Lobby, I believe. It's nice, nice wood case. Has all your sketching supplies here. Got your charcoals and your graphite sticks, and your board here, kneaded eraser, and all your drawing pencils here, some charcoal pencils, and all the different pencil drawing graphite pencils here. Get some vine charcoal and whatnot, blending stubs, another eraser, sharpener. So, nice little set here that I'll be using to do some sketching. And here's some of the watercolor stuff that I received, that I just purchased. Got this palette here. It's just a plastic palette. Most of this stuff I got from Jerry's Artorama, and this one is just an empty plastic palette. It's got a thumb hole here, so you could hold while you're painting, mix your paints. And it has, I like this one because there's a couple of the other ones where they have the wells here and then they have them on this side. I don't like them on both sides. I like this one because it just has it on one side, so you can have your paints here. You have your mixing areas here. And the one thing I do not like is it doesn't lock shut. It kind of stays open. Anyways, it's thick plastic. It's really good. Maybe just to keep it in the studio space. But or you could just put maybe a rubber band around it to keep it secure. I just don't like how it doesn't lock, but I do like the way it's set up. And this was fairly cheap. I want to say it was around $5 at Jerry's Artorama. So that's a good one there. But I got this here on Amazon, and I think it cost around $22, I believe it is. It's a Kramer pigment. If you go on Amazon, you can type in Kramer, and you should be able to bring it up. I just looked today, and it shows that they're out of stock. The color box has a logo right there. You can see that. On the back has your little ring there to slide your finger in so you can hold it. Open it up. It's got your mixing areas here at the top and the bottom. Has a just removable. case you need to remove it to clean it out. So I'm going to be putting I got some full pans so that I can put full pans. It takes half pans and full pans, and I believe it holds 14 full pans or approximately 26 half pans is what it says. It's made out of aluminum and made in Germany. Those of you that are familiar with the Schminke brand, those are pretty pricey. If you like the Schminke brand, but you're not wanting to pay that much, you might want to look into this, because I'm not sure what the difference is between this and the Schminke brand, but this is very nice. It shuts nice and tight. Got the thumb hole here, so you can hold it right there. And I will be doing a video on filling this up, filling my full pans, filling it up. That'll be part 2 of this video. So keep an eye out for that one. I did order some paints from Jerry's Artorama. $100 wine voucher there. That might come in handy. And been waiting to open them up and get my full pans filled up. The colors I got: Prussian blue, burnt umber, cobalt blue. These are pretty big tubes. They are, let me see, 24 milliliter tubes, so pretty big. And they ran about an average of $8 a tube. It's Lucas Aquarel 1862. They are made in Germany, if I'm not mistaken. So this one was a cadmium red light, alizarin crimson. This one is the cadmium yellow lemon. Raw sienna. Phthalo green. And sap green. So I got 9 colors. Oh, there's another one. 10 colors. And Payne's Gray. So I got 10 colors here. So I'll be filling up my full pans. I got these from a local art store. Whiskey Painters full pans. So I haven't even opened them to see. Basically, I'll be filling these up with the paint, and these snap right in. You can adjust them, and I'll be putting them in there. So just watch for that on the next video. You can get them in half pans, but double the amount. But I don't like to have a ton of different colors. With just your basic colors, you can pretty much get any color you want. Some people like to just, on this palette here, you can just pour your colors in here, and then they'll harden a little bit. These paints stay soft, so it'll harden, but not rock hard. They'll stay a bit soft in there, so they're easier to keep moist. so when you re-wet them, they're easier to get that paint flowing again. So if anybody has any feedback on this Lucas brand, let me know. I've never used this paint. It's supposed to be real good. The price was very good. I think I paid about $80 for this whole set here. So it came out to about $8 a tube. And like I said, these are 24 milliliter tubes. So that's quite a bit of paint in here. These are the artist grade. They do have the student grade, which are a little less expensive. The artist grade come in these big tubes. I think the student grade, I believe, comes in the smaller tubes. But at $8 a tube, I think it's a pretty good price for the amount of paint you're getting. Reviews are excellent, so I'm excited to try those out. And this here is a inexpensive box that I believe I got at Hobby Lobby with their brand. And you can see I still have these Artist Loft brand. These are good if you're starting out. They're very inexpensive. You know, you can get some great deals from Hobby Lobby, or actually it might be Michael's. I think Michael's sells Artist Loft. But you can get some artist sets for fairly inexpensive. But I had got this about a year ago with one of their coupons, and I think I might have paid $10, and I mainly wanted this case. And so it's got a place for your brushes here. You can see that. And I keep some pencils in here. I plan on putting my watercolor box in here. It'll even fit a larger one. So I'm putting my watercolor box in here. If you're looking for something like this, you can go to, there's something similar on Jerry's Artorama. See if you can see this. Except it has some dividers inside. It has some dividers that divide this. But it's very similar, and I think it comes with one of these plastic palettes, and it's, let's see, $18.99, so you can't beat that. It's real nice. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, I plan on keeping these paints in here instead, and I'll probably give these to my daughter. She likes to watercolor as well, and so I'll be keeping these in here. And the brushes that I got these at, again, Jerry's Artorama. They're local to us, so we have a couple of art supply stores here, and this one's close to where I work, so they have some pretty good prices. But this one here is the 1-inch Best brand, or Bestie. It's the Best One Stroke by Creative Mark. And it's a 1-inch, and this one goes for $12.19. So I can use that to lay down my wash. So I'm going to give these a try. Again, I've never tried this brand. I also got in the same brand, I have the liner. It's a 0. The liner for this one was $2.49, and then I have the Nadel Round 6, number 6, and that one goes for $5.49. So I'll give those a try, see how I like them. On the Jerry's website, it says that the ferrules are brass and anodized in black, has short wood handles, matte black finish. You can see the tip is white, and it has 2 gray stripes here. It says finest Golden Teclon brushes from Creative Mark. So you might want to look that up if you're looking for something fairly inexpensive. Then I have some of my old Japanese bamboo brushes that I just love to use. This is one of them. There's another here. It's a hake brush, or I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it. Hake, hockey. And these are great when you to use for trees, bushes. Keeps you from getting too detailed in your painting. Keep the painting loose. And so anyways, I like using those. And then I have this one here, is the also by Creative Mark. It's called the Mimic Kalinsky. And this one is, let's see if I can get some information on it. These are Mimic Synthetic Kalinsky Sable brushes. You see that? It's got a nice point to it. It's a little darker at the tip there. Animal friendly. Just some of the key features: short mahogany handle with nickel plated brass ferrules, high elasticity and shape retention. They're available in flats and rounds. Absorbs large amounts of water. Keeps a perfect point and a super flat edge. It looks like a very nice brush. And these are supposed to be great for watercolor. It's supposed to be one of the closest things you can get to a real Kalinsky sable. So if you want to stay animal friendly, you might want to check these out. Creative Mark Mimic Kalinsky. This is a number 10, and on this one I think I paid a little more for the number 10. It is priced at $14.99, so these cost a little bit more, but I have a feeling I'm going to try these out and like them, and probably end up getting a couple more. Try to keep it to a minimum. I really don't want any more brushes than this. I'd like to keep it to a minimum. I might add one more, which would be a squirrel mop brush, and those are a little pricier, so I'm going to wait a little bit, but I'll probably be adding that. But it's a nice wooden case. Closes here on the hinge, protects your brushes, keeps them separate from here, closes nicely, and keep it all in there. So you might want to, if you'd like something like this, you can kind of check out Jerry's Artorama, or there's other art supply stores too. You can probably find something like this. But it hits just a little bit on here, but that doesn't really bother me. It closes good, so there's a little bit of gap there. This one I think lays flatter in it. So anyway, but that's some of the supplies that I've received, and like I said, I'll be doing another video on loading up this watercolor palette here, and I'll be filling it up with my full pans here and adding my new Lucas Aquarel 1862 paints. So I hope you'll check that out, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you if you have any questions or any suggestions. Next thing I need to get is watercolor paper. I do have some inexpensive watercolor paper that I'll be practicing on, but I'm trying to decide what kind of watercolor paper I would like. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Right now I think I'm going to go with Arches. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Again, if you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments. Watch for my other video. I'll be filling this puppy up here. And again, check these out if you're wanting a metal watercolor palette. I love this thing. Can't wait to use it.